What's up, Buttercup? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my top 10 favorite books of 2023 with a bonus. I have never done this before in 6 years, but I'm with a book club and they're all doing their top 10. So that means I had to do it. So I might as well just film it and put it on my channel for all to hear and watch and enjoy, or maybe not enjoy. It's fine. We'll go with it. I don't really have these in specific top 10 order, except the first and second. Then third onwards, it's like, whatever. I just have a top 10. Let's jump into the first one. Like the bestest ever for 2023. And I'm really excited for the sequel. Or book 2. It's not a sequel. Wait, yes it is? Whatever. I'm kind of getting over food poisoning, so I'm not completely there, but I'm here for you all as much as I can. Anyway, the first book, it is like number 1. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Amazing, stunning, cozy mystery. I need more. And I hope that you will pick it up. Number 2, which is also fantastical, but also hard-hitting, poignant, amazing, so sad, but also heartwarming, is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Wow, that was a great book. I was just slightly, put off when it was basically said through Goodreads, not the publisher or the writer, but Goodreads reviews were saying it's like the redneck version of David Copperfield, and I know a lot of people say redneck in a negative way, but as both sides of my family are very country, I was like, interesting. Let's see. And I don't know, you could maybe argue that it's a redneck David Copperfield. I would say it's a country version because Demon, or his real name's Damon, is triracial. So that was really interesting. Within the first chapter, I was like, oh, we're going to talk about this very interesting topic and hard-hitting topic of being dirt poor and basically forgotten within this Appalachian area. And then it also went into opioids and kind of getting out of that situation is like military, or you go to prison, or you get like a full scholarship, usually sports related, and that's where Demon was going with it until he hurt himself. And then we talk about the opioid crisis and how do you get over the addiction, especially when you were younger and you were told, oh, these pills are okay, you need to rest and you shouldn't be able to feel pain, like you don't deserve that, blah blah blah. Very emotional, but I really loved that novel and I do recommend it. Number 3, Along the Path of Torment by Chandler Morrison. This is a splatterpunk, very gory horror novel, so I don't recommend it to 95% of the people out there, but it is chef's kiss if you can handle it. Number 4, An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good by Helen Torsten. That was a funny book. It's a bunch of short stories on how a old lady is just killing people that she doesn't like. Like, really? We're just going for it. I appreciate the creativity because she's in her 90s. Like, you don't think that it could happen, but it happens many times. Number 5, It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn. I thought this was a surprise, but actually that was one of my favorite books out of the whole 8-book series of Bridgerton, because in this novel, one of the girls of Bridgerton helps solve a mystery with a man. Oops. And though she's not allowed to, they still sneak around and they solve the mystery and then they fall in love. It's really cute. Versus basically the other Bridgertons, it's like you have to get married. But she's young enough that it's not necessarily needed right now. And she's very fun and into adventure, even though she shouldn't be. And then this kind of pairs up with her love interest, and she helps him with a family mystery, and it's really cute. Number 6 is Slewfoot by Bram. That was a revenge Puritan historical fiction horror novel that I read for Halloween, and that was fantastic. I do recommend it. It's bloody, but not for most of the book, which I think works because you have to get up to the point of being on the main character's side when then she goes batshit crazy and just kills a bunch of people. Right? At least that's my thought. Number 7, The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. That is a classic horror novel, and I understand why. That was read for Halloween. And then number 8, which was also read for Halloween, Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin, and that was amazing. Another horror classic. Number 9 was Mayfly by C.J. Lee. That's a debut author, I'm pretty sure. At least from what I can tell on Amazon and Goodreads, that's the only book she has out. I really loved it. It was a surprise. It was a last ad for Halloween because I was done with all my other books. And so I picked it up at the library. That was my last library book at the end of Halloween. Oh my god. Yes. I forget who suggested that on HorrorTube, but I'm glad I stumbled upon that book and that video because amazing. I actually bought the hardcover because I need it on my shelf. That's how great it is. Now, number 10 is The Stepford Wives by Ira Levin. That's the first book that I read of Ira, and that was in the summer. And I picked up a very, very used copy. It was falling apart, and it smelled really bad. But I pushed all that aside, and I said, I need to read this book. And then I watched the movies, and of course the book is better. And from The Stepford Wives, then I went into Rosemary's Baby. I'm going to continue Ira's backlog. It was a great satirical feminist horror, actually you could probably say thriller, novel. He did a very great job, and I look forward to reading his other books as well. And now the bonus, number 11, is Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. I think I got that name right. I don't know why I had to say it over and over again, and I don't think I got it right because I'm a little tone deaf. I looked it up, and I don't know if I got that right. But anyway, that was a very last minute read for sure. I watched the TV show first, and then I read the book. I read it in like 3 days. I just couldn't put it down, people. I could not put it down. I went into it backwards because I watched the first and second season of this show, and then I read the book. But it's like, I don't know, I don't usually read modern, like contemporary books unless they're like fantasy, then it'll be like urban fantasy or contemporary fantasy. I just don't know why. Probably because I'm living in it, but so I didn't want to read this book even though I've heard great things and on. But I then saw the show, loved it, got a used copy, here we are. It's a bonus because that was very last minute, as I said. It was in late December. And I got the copy used, and I thought it wasn't going to arrive until early in 2024, but it arrived really fast. Like, props to whoever sent it. Because It arrived 3 weeks early, so I jumped on that, and I'm like, yes, I'm so glad I did, and I didn't wait. That is it for my top 10 favorite books with a bonus in 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.